All right.
What's up, Trey?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
All right. Who wants to get started? Brad? You have a question? Does anybody have a question?
Trying to get our wine.
All right.
Some of the players have talked.
Recording in progress.
Some of the
I'm
players
looking
have
right here.
talked about the new vibe. What's your feeling? How different between this camp and last year's camp?
Very high intensity, very high and intense. A lot of competition. First 2 days was a lot of learning. They put a lot of new things on defensively in that we're trying to pick up on the fly. So everybody's trying to pick up on the fly. It's a new coaching staff. We got some new players, obviously some new rookies. So first 2 days was great actually, but it's just a lot of competition and guys pushing each other, and I like the vibe. It seems like it's a clean slate for everybody. So obviously how last season ended, we're trying to redeem ourselves and get prepared for this year to make a championship run.
Tim Cato with the Athletic. I know we're just a couple days in, but have the coaches talked to you about what they see your role in this team being, and what do you think it should be or expect it to be?
Yeah, we talked briefly. Everyone on this team knows what I can do as far as playmaking and just being able to not only create for myself but create for others. I think that's something that I bring to this team. I think that's where my value lays. It's just attacking in transition, in a half-court offense. A lot of times when the play breaks down, I feel like I'm a guy that can, go and get a bucket or go and get a shot, when there's a broken play. On the flip end, I feel like I can, play some backup point guard as well. So, it's just been a lot of, high competition and, guys just pushing each other. I think for me personally, I know what I can bring for this team. I think I have value on the defensive end as well, regardless of what the narrative is. I think last year I showed that, at times. So that's something that I'm continuing to try to do consistently.
Trey, Chuck Cooperstein, Mass Radio. Good to see you. What is the biggest change defensively that you've seen and the stuff that you're doing drill-wise and whatever to try to execute that?
Well, there are a few things. We're Xing this year. I don't know if you know what that is, but just the terminology as well. Last year there was a certain style that we played defensively. This year I can tell that it's not the same. There's certain things you come off pick and roll. That guy that's on the weak side has a different responsibility than we did last year. So it definitely was a little new to all of us. Going from one system to a whole new system. But we're picking it up on the fly. Like I said, I think that's something that we got to continue to work on, continue to help each other, encourage each other to pick up fast. Obviously, our first game is, right around the corner. So, we're trying to, learn on the fly.
Would you say that it is a more aggressive scheme than what
I would say, we're helping. And I would say that we're showing help more than we did last year. Meaning, if I'm on offense and I'm coming down, I see that weak side shifted. You know what I mean? We're they're emphasizing us shifting and at least showing, that we're going to be more on the help side, type of scheme. And it's new for us, but at the same time, it's something that we can do. I think we have the speed to do it. I think, everybody's being coachable and trying to pick it up as fast as possible. And we just, like I said, when we start playing and competing, we're trying to work on that, as well as being ourselves and, bringing our skill set out. So this is something that we got to continue to adjust to and pick up. I like it actually because I think it's one of those things where we're so shifted and we're so engaged on the help side. If a guy does get beat, that's on the ball or something. Somebody's there to help them, and that's something that I think championship teams do.
Trey Burke for Dallas Morning News. I think I saw yesterday on Instagram you had a post that referenced potentially not taking the vaccine, and so I'm just curious kind of where you stand on that when Coach Kidd says that his goal is to be at 100% of the team.
That's something I'm actually talking to the coaches about right now. It's a personal choice, that I'm still figuring out. I'm taking it one day at a time. Me and my family are still talking about it and doing the research on it. But I I want to keep most of the answers basketball related. It's just I feel like everybody has, their own personal choice, and for me, I'm just getting the proper, knowledge and continuing to do more and more research to make a reasonable decision. Yep.
Tim McMahon, ESPN, what kind of research are you doing and how much of that is, obviously the Players Association and the NBA is giving you guys a lot of information. Is it research beyond the information they're giving you?
For me, it's something that I'm thinking about long term as well as short term. I know basketball is our job. That's something that we come in and we do on a daily basis. But for me, I have a life after basketball as well, and I'm just trying to look at all of the facts into what it could be and how it can affect me long term. So I'm not trying to rush into a decision. I think it's just something that I'm personally taking my time with.
Anybody else? Trey? Oh, we got one on Zoom. Sorry. Ian, go ahead.
Hey Trey, Ian Kayanja with A to Z Sports, Dallas. Two quick questions for you. One, what do you feel that you've added to your game this offseason to help you improve, both, like you said, as a playmaker and creating plays for yourself and for others? And then two, kind of on the days where basketball may feel mundane, what is it that keeps you going? What keeps your drive and fire alive?
Great question. I think to answer your first question, I've watched a lot of film this summer and tried to see where, I wasn't really effective last year, where I was effective at in the bubble. I think a lot of that has to do with just being myself. I think a lot of times last year with the situation I was given and the role that I was put in, a lot of times I might have been out there overthinking. And everyone knows when I don't overthink and I just play my game, the value that I can bring to this team. So film, I think, helped me tremendously this year, really slowing the game down and trying to see where I can be effective and help this team with the skill set that I have. And then to answer your second question, I would say, I spend a lot of time with my family, my wife and my kids. Like I said, like you said, we come in here every day, and this is kind of like a sanctuary as itself. But we have life outside of basketball as well. And even sometimes when basketball gets stressful and gets a little overwhelming, you can go to, that other family that you have, which is your immediate family, and just spend time with them. I actually just got a house here, it's kind of far, like in the Plano area. So, I think, having a home now, last year I was in a condo, having a home now and actually being able to shift environments when I leave from this environment, which is my daily job. That's great for a guy like me. I just try to stay grounded, and I come from humble beginnings, so I try to keep things simple when I leave from here, and just spend a lot of time with my family, my loved ones.